Hey guys, Ryan here. I'm going to show you how to make a really cool techno bass sound, and it sounds something like this. Pretty basic, but it sounds really good when you add some reverb and delay on it. And this sound kind of characterizes techno music, and the best thing about it is it's really easy to use. So if you're using Ableton, fantastic, we'll be using Operator, but you can use any synthesizer that you want to achieve this sound by following the same principles. So let's go ahead and start this. So the first thing we want to do is of course drop in an operator, and we'll be using two channels, two oscillator channels A and B, both using a sine wave. So go ahead and select a sine wave on both channels. And operator A, we're going to have the volume up pretty high, around about -12. Oscillator B, we're going to have it about -5. So if we listen to this, just now it's just a sine, kind of very low sub kind of sine frequency, sine signal. And that's why we've got it down to 0.5 coarse, which is basically just octave. So that's what gives the bass its kind of thickness. And what we need to do now is go into the envelope and shape it. So for this, we want to leave the release and leave the decay as is. We have got the sustain at full volume, and for this we just want to bring in the attack ever so slightly, just to take off the initial transient of that sound. Now on the second channel we want to have a coarse value of 2, and if we go into our envelope, this time we're shaping it slightly differently. What we are doing now is we're creating a shorter instance of this sine wave that has a very quick attack, zero attack, a very short decay, and virtually no sustain. So you're giving it no time at all to get up to maximum sustained volume. So it's purely just to give it that kind of tongue kind of sound that you heard before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make it all happen. So we go on to this button here, and for those of you who don't know, this basically is a control for each of the individual oscillators. As you can see, each of the boxes represents each oscillator. So if you click that, you see up here a row of what was called algorithms, and it's frequency algorithms, so the oscillator algorithms if you like, and each of them does a slightly different thing. As you can see, they've got the oscillators in different configurations and patterns, and what is happening here is that oscillator B in this instance is being modulated by oscillator A, oscillator C is being modulated by oscillator B, and oscillator D is being modulated by oscillator C. We're not using oscillator C and D, so we don't need to worry about that. So really A is modulating B, and that's how we achieve this really cool sound. So before we play this, we're going to transpose down -12 semitones to really thicken it up, and if I play the sound now, you'll be able to hear it quite clearly. So you can hear that really kick in. So if I take this away and add this back, now what you can do is you can push the attack, and it gives it a kind of whack, and that's really quite cool. So in the context of a track, let's have a listen to how you could do this. So I've got a simple pattern to go along with a little mini track I've got here, just a simple pattern. Very, very simple. And to kind of spice this up a bit, because it does sound a little bit dry, we need to add some effects. So I'm going to be using Sense for this, and of course you need reverb for this. So on my A send I have a series of reverbs. I'm using this reverb here. You can use any real reverb, to be honest. You just want something that's quite a large decay. You've got quite a lot of the wet signal going through, and you really want to douse it in a lot of reverb to kind of get that ambient kind of effect. I've also got a little bit of overdrive here just to kind of give it a bit of warmth, and another reverb as well. And on the A end I've got a standard kind of delay, nothing special there. So let's just turn up this A end and have a listen to how it sounds. Maybe a little bit of delay. And there you have it. It's pretty simple. So I've got some other elements of this track, a little mini track. So let's have a listen to how this track sounds with this techno stab bass. Okay, so you can see the effect that messing around with the envelope of oscillator B really affects the sound and the whole tone and character of the bass. And it's a great way of kind of adding interest and movement throughout your track.